Father's Day is Sunday, and a special day, right? I'm going to hang out with my kids. You are too, I'm sure. And so we were thinking about this morning how many great father-son combos there are. And we picked 10. And in some instances, this is what I find unbelievable, when you can have two sons that not only make leagues, but are like substantial, all-star level. I think you'll be surprised by it. So we did our top 10 in order, we think, the most prolific father-son combos of all time. So let's go number 10. So number 10 would be Bob Boone, Brett Boone, and Aaron Boone. All three made an all-star team. Now, Bob was a great defensive catcher, a 7-time Gold Glove winner for the Angels. I remember him. Brett, who played late for Seattle but early for Cincinnati, was a great fielder, a 4-time Gold Glover. And Aaron, of course, hit the legendary walk-off, that game against the Yankees and the Red Sox. And now he manages the Yankees. So number 10, Bob Boone, Brett Boone, Aaron Boone. Defense runs in the family. All three great gloves. All three made an all-star team. Number 9, Cecil Fielder, Prince Fielder. Here's what's bizarre. They both finished with 319 career home runs. How bizarre is that? It's the only father-son duo to each hit 50 home runs in a season. It's never happened before. Cecil Fielder, a 3-time All-Star. Prince was a 6-time All-Star. They're pretty impressive. And again, they both end their career with 319 home runs. Both were big men. Okay, number 8, Calvin Hill and Grant Hill. So I watch Calvin and Grant play. So it's the only duo where they play different sports in this entire ranking. That's amazing. So your son goes to a different sport. Both went to academic institutions. Calvin Hill went to Yale. Grant Hill went to Duke. Calvin, a 4-time Pro Bowler with the Cowboys, won a Super Bowl. Grant, a 7-time All-Star and a Hall of Famer. The only duo, different sports. Number 7, Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Dale Earnhardt Jr. What's interesting is Dad is rough and irascible, his late father. Dale's the most likable guy in the sport, I think, in my lifetime. So both have won the Daytona 500. Dale Jr. won it twice. Earnhardt Sr., the Intimidator, won 76 races and 7 championships. Dale Jr. won 26 races and is probably the most popular NASCAR driver of my life. Number 6, Bobby Hull and Brett Hull, hockey. Only father-son duo ever in hockey to score 50 goals in a season, have 600 goals in their career, and 1,000 points in their career. I didn't see Bobby play a ton. I'd moved on to other sports, saw a lot of Brett. It's the first father-son pair to be in the Hockey Hall of Fame. They were the very first. Both have been an MVP, and both have won at least one Stanley Cup. They're number 6. Number 5, near and dear to our heart. We love Howie Long, Chris Long, and Kyle Long. So now we get into two sons. So Howie's a Hall of Famer, 8-time Pro Bowler. Chris Long, 2 Super Bowl championships, Walter Payton Man of the Year. And Kyle was a 3-time Pro Bowler. All 3, my guess, will go into broadcasting. So a Hall of Famer, a Pro Bowler, another Pro Bowler, and then 2 Super Bowl rings and the Walter Payton Man of the Year in 2018.
Very impressive.
How about number 4? Again, near and dear to me because I watched them both play. Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey Sr. Now, I watched Ken Griffey Sr. I remember those Cincinnati Reds team. He was the fastest player on the team. They had Dan Dreesen, Joe Morgan, Dave Concepcion, Pete Rose at third, Johnny Bench. Then the outfield was Cesar Geronimo in center. Left field was a little crazy. They moved around a little bit, but Ken Griffey Sr. was the right fielder. He was the fastest guy on those great Red Machine teams. They played together on the same team. Only father-son pair to hit back-to-back home runs ever, which is crazy. Griffey Sr., 19 years, 2 World Series with the Reds, 3 All-Star teams. He was a burner. Griffey Jr. is 13-time All-Star, and many people believe the most naturally gifted baseball player we've ever seen. And through the steroid era, there is one player that we have never even considered to be on steroids. One, Ken Griffey Jr. There's never been a rumor, never been a story, never been a teammate, never been a consideration. Isn't that amazing? They hit back-to-back home runs. That's incredible. Number 3, Barry Bonds, Bobby Bonds. People forget, we know Barry Bonds. People forget how good Bobby Bonds was. It was Willie Mays and Bobby Bonds people thought were the best athletes in the sport. They're the only two players in baseball history of 5 years, 5 seasons with 30 homers, 30 stolen bases, Barry and Bobby Bonds. That's it. Bobby Bonds was a great fielding outfielder, a 3-time Gold Glover, a 3-time All-Star, second player ever with 300 career homers and steals. Willie Mays was the first. So you forget how good Bobby Bonds was, and then there's Barry Bonds, who's the home run king for a reason, and a 14-time All-Star. Also a great fielder in his prime. Number 2, Dell Curry, Steph Curry, Seth Curry. Now, this is 2 kids. Only 50 players have ever shot 40% from 3 in their career. All Currys have. So Dell is the all-time leader in the history of the Hornets in three-pointers. Steph Curry's considered the greatest three-point shooter ever. And Seth Curry's now number 2 all-time in the NBA for three-pointers. You can make an argument you have the 2 best pure three-point shooters in the game, and that Dell Curry was first or second best in his career. It is easily the best shooting family in the history of basketball.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I always thought that Seth's a little underrated. In the NBA today, Seth Curry is a nice little player. Off the bench.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
You can compare it to Steph.
Yeah,
that's another level.
And finally, it's hard to argue. Archie, Peyton, Eli Manning. Again, most of you didn't watch Archie Manning play. He had the misfortune of playing for the Saints when they were awful. So Archie, all 3 of them were top 2 picks. Archie made 3 Pro Bowls, notable because the Saints were horrible. There's not a team in the league consistently as bad as they were. They are significantly worse than Cleveland's been the last 20 years. He made 3 Pro Bowls. Peyton made 14 Pro Bowls. Eli made 4 and won 2 Super Bowls. That's the greatest father-son. And by the way, I believe there's another member of the family that's a quarterback somewhere in the South. I wish I knew the name. Cooper's kid, Cooper's son, is supposed to be more talented than all of them. Cooper's the funniest, although Peyton would argue with that.
They all have a good sense of humor.
Yeah, they're all very funny. All right, that's good stuff. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.